Hello, this is Sean Ashcraft with another round of coffee and cigarettes with the segment we're calling Can It VNC? And we're hanging out, listening to a radio station here. Let's tune in and see what we got going on. Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. I wonder how this is Start 4B local. Huh. Okay. Well, this seems pretty interesting. Let me, Oh, hello, Nora. How are you doing? That's my kitty cat, Nora. She's been on some, streams. But also, this is a VNC session. And we're checking out... What is this? Oh, yeah. It's a Raspberry Pi with a kind of messed up interface. But if you just ignore the messed up interface, it's a Raspberry Pi. That's all it is. Let's see what's got going on here. We've got, this is a little Plex guy. We're playing some stuff. The Teal Leaves by Aqua Wizard. Okay, that's pretty cool. Start 4V. I'm kind of dancing around this thing where I'll wait a few seconds here. There we go. We are, yeah, I've been goofing around with this Raspberry Pi for a little while, and I've been using VNC to kind of connect to it. So I thought that this fit great in with our Does It VNC series here on Aqua Wizard Band channel, in our Coffee and Cigarettes video playlist, because why not? I don't know. Let's see if it VNCs or not in the VNC, because there's some sort of connection between Aqua Wizard and like water and ocean topics, and this microphone brand is blue. The ocean's kind of blue sometimes. So that's why we're doing this segment. So really what I'm going to do today is just kind of see if there's anything cool, inspiring, or interesting to check out in the Raspberry Pi universe. Hint, that's totally subjective. I don't know. So this might be kind of fun to like check out, you know, what's it like to, you know, use a Raspberry Pi, and what is Linux like? Is it fun? It's not really that fun. It's not really made to be fun, but it's made to, you know, do some stuff. So that's what we're going to do today. I don't know. So the number one thing I've got going on is probably the most useful thing is this Plex server. So I've got, you know, that running. Where do I even begin with talking about something like a Raspberry Pi? I guess you could start with having a physical one. So, and like, what version is this? That might be kind of an interesting thing to do. Okay, so let's do like maybe, I don't know. Here, tell me. So this is the first kind of bug I've got going on with this guy. Is here, I just want rasp info. Oops, I forgot how that worked. Forgot that I had that input already. Rasp info, go. Let's check it out. That's so much information. Okay. Let's get back to the top of that dump. Look at all this. I have no idea. I thought this was going to do something else. Okay. Unable to enumerate. Okay, I did not. I thought this was going to be something else. There is an update available to the EEPROM, apparently. Gosh, I'm not keeping up with my maintenance. Raspy. I thought there was like a cute... Oh, okay, I see. Let me do this again. This is embarrassing. Oh, this is embarrassing. Just tell me about this. This is just about the configuration tool. Okay. Alright. Whatever. I'm out of here. Finish this. Off to a great start. So we're talking about a Raspberry Pi. It's a little computer. It comes bundled with like a special kind of Linux that makes things a little bit easier. Apparently it's Debian-ish. And I guess that what that means is if Linux is kind of a command line oriented system where, you know, you go to your command line and you type stuff and it does commands and it'll send you some output like this. So you just have to know what Linux stuff is and how it's done in Debian Linux, which Raspberry Pi Linux is based on, or something like that. And yeah, a lot of Linux is just like goofing around with files. Like everything is a file, basically. So you got your home base, you got like your home folder, and everything kind of goes from there. So there is a file system that it comes with right out of the box once you get it kind of booted up and loaded. This is like called something like LX panel or something like that, and it tries to make it feel more like a GUI. Like Linux is running underneath a GUI, and this is basically what you're interacting with, this desktop idea. So yeah, I could see my home folder here in GUI form, and that's the same as the home folder in command line form. And you just, you know, some people know what the commands are to do stuff, and other people know what the GUI window thing to do stuff, where that is. So it just kind of goes from there. Like if you've never used Linux before, that might be one way to approach it. Maybe just actually watch somebody who actually knows how to Linux or whatever. You know what I'm saying? How to computer a little better than me. They might have some better ideas on what's going on here. So, yeah. But anyway, this is some stuff that I've got going on with it. So, especially since I'm kind of more of a GUI user, I like the fact that this is here. But it doesn't work quite as well as you think, you know, a Windows or a Mac computer would work. So also, I kind of apologize with my audio. I'm an audio guy, but I never really try that hard, and I just kind of experiment on the fly. So I've got like a analog gate and compressor going on, and there's different levels of compression, and I'm just kind of whatever. I'm sure it sounds okay, but in my headphones I hear like my fan noise, and I've probably mentioned this on this channel before. I'm just kind of a cranky audio guy in general. I'm always like, all my stuff stinks. And it's really just like, it just sounds fine. It doesn't sound great or anything, but so I hope this is very very informative. I'm sure it's not, but so let's talk about some things that are running on this. There's a whole bunch of stuff. If I do a quick one of these little, you learn these little apps that do stuff. They're kind of handy. Top is a good one, and I don't know what other options you can run this with, but this is kind of the default one. And it kind of lists a bunch of processes, and it kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. Although this one doesn't tell you what the processes are called. Maybe I have to give it more columns or something. There we go. So I've got, you can run stuff like Firefox on here. I've got like a website that's running on this thing, so it's a WordPress website. Xorg is supposed to be like windowing, so like LX panel uses Xorg to, I don't even know, fuck. I'm just like, stuff's running. I don't know. Dark Ice is a what is Dark Ice? Dark Ice is a streaming app software thingy that basically takes an audio input and sends that audio to something that can take the audio. Icecast is a thing that takes audio, and based on demand, it will create an audio stream. So if you want to create a radio state, like a web radio station, what you can do is find a source for audio, send that to Icecast, and then Icecast will open a thing on your computer to the internet, or, you know, its network interface, really. And it'll be like, all right, if you connect, I will send you this audio stream. That's basically what's going on. So that's what I got going on here. This allows me to listen to some audio from the Raspberry Pi. And since I'm such a nerd, I'll explain exactly how it works. Come on, this will work. There we go. I love how janky this GUI is, and I'm pretty sure this is not how LX panel normally works. There's something goofed up, and I'm just too lazy to figure it out. That's kind of how Linux works. I mean, that's how kind of computers and whatever work. It's just, if you have the energy and the time to figure out what's wrong with it, it's possible to figure out what's wrong. It's sort of a question of, do I want to invest all this time and energy? Well, I wanted something to goof around with audio and radio, so this made sense for me. To get a Raspberry Pi, run all this audio stuff on here just because I'm a nerd. But one thing you can do is have your system start with a special type of audio output called a loopback. And it's pretty easy to do in Linux once you figure out how to do it. I don't remember what is doing this, but it's some audio process that's just kind of built into it. So, and then also VNC. It's the whole reason anyone wanted to log in. VNC is running X11. X11 is a type of Windows. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know how the stuff works, but I just know LX panel is the thing that generates the file system that I interact with. And I think Xorg and X11 are more like the things behind the scenes, like serving up the windows and all that. So the GUI. And then VNC is the agent over which a network connection is created. It's the protocol that's used for me to do this. So I don't have to have a display port, or I don't even need to have an audio port plugged into the unit. It's just running as if it's a standalone headless server. Sorry for the mic bump there. And then there's, a whole bunch of other stinking apps that just kind of run back here, and I have no idea what they do, but I trust that it's not like this thing doesn't. So one thing I added to the LX panel taskbar, or whatever this is called, is a few helpful little applets like system temperature and like a little history of the temperature. So it's been pretty steady around 40, and that's degrees Celsius. I don't even know how to change it. I just have to like find the right setting. But yeah, you got that, and then you also got your system load. So, and that's somewhat consistent with top over here. It's got a % CPU, and it's like, US, that's weird. I don't know. I'm kind of used to a percentage. I don't know what US means. Or user is 20%. That was Clementine. She's in and out. And then 3%-ish by the system. 78%, 80% idle. You know, computer. It's all computer stuff. That's what all this memory, available memory. So there's different models of the Raspberry Pi, and I think this one's a 4 GB memory, which is like a lot for what it is. Two users. Probably not supposed to really show my users, but it's not anything that you don't already know. If you just run a Raspberry Pi, you know the basic login user is Pi, and you're supposed to change it, but I don't think I've got remote login enabled, so I'm not worried about it. I don't think I've got... so what you want to do if you put something on a network, especially like a home network, is to either have an isolated network for your servers, that way they can just talk to the internet and your home stuff doesn't bump into it, or you do like the port forwarding thing where like you have a secret router just kind of doing that. That's really easy to... Computers can figure that shit out, but that way it's not like obvious, like, oh yeah, look at all these things I can do with this computer. The only thing you can really do with my Raspberry Pi is stream, and I'm also running a web server, which I'm not really going to talk about. That's what this isolated web container is, and whatever the shit is. Anyway, this is so exciting. So let's check out some stuff this thing can do. I know. Desktop file system, so exciting. It has some built-in apps. It does, you know, web browsing. You can run basic apps, media apps like VLC and stuff like that. But something that's a little more special. Oh my gosh, I really gotta fix this. Got a little radio module. That sometimes is a little flaky, but let's see if it works this time. Windows just for some reason want to be tiny. Alright, this is not streaming. Okay, cool. Let's check this out here. I had a bookmark, something I found. See if they're still talking on here. Come on. Oh, it's over here. Oh my gosh, it's over there. Alright, it'll take a few seconds to turn down, but there we go. No, earlier, this is like a, I don't know, CB band, something like that. Earlier I was hearing some pretty cool chatter, but looks like right now, nope. Let me scroll down. See if we can get some, that'll probably trigger a... What time is it? What? They got, Whoa, what was that? Is that some chatter right there? Let's turn this back up. Anything? Something here? I don't think so. Yeah, one thing that's frustrating about this is that it, very slow response. Not too intuitive. It'd be nice if, sure sounds like somebody's talking back there. Maybe that's just something I'm hearing. But I really wish this could zoom a little better. I think I just accidentally changed the frequency. Yeah, but I didn't really explain what this was, but I'm gonna remove this active channel here. This is a little too noisy. Thank you. And then let's tune into a little public radio station. How about that?
And a stupa is a little personal shrine. If
It's
you're
not bad.
driving along a road, you'll see out in the middle of a field a post.
This station is a
temple on top of it.
Fox Sports affiliate.
Stupa.
It's really
And so
loud.
if you're out plowing the ground,
Let me turn
or
this
working in the
down.
rice paddy,
Come on.
you remember a great
Yeah,
grandpa.
rice patties, whatever.
I think that's just
Okay, cool. Well, this is an SDR. It's a software-defined radio. Basically, it's a cheap little radio tuner thing that they put in TVs, they put in cars, they put in all kinds of stuff. And you could just buy one that plugs into a computer and it just spits out the RF signal that it picks up. So I don't know if this is interference or if those are guide bands, but basically the idea with this is you can kind of tune to different frequencies. You can have different modes. So like right now, this is a stereo FM mode. So when it, gets this RF signal into its little brain, it'll decode that bandwidth in that specific area using this modulation or demodulation technique. So this stuff's super cool because of science and technology and audio. It's audio. So yeah, and there's like way too many options. That's fine. I wonder if this works. Let's see what's on here. FRS channel 13. I'm not sure what that is. Activated. Seems very noisy. Let's check out the waterfall on this. Yeah, this is nothing. I don't know. Remove that. So yeah, there's like I said, there's too many options on here. I don't even really remember how to do stuff. There it goes. Has travel with Rick Steves or something like that?
Thanks for having me. Yeah, now imagine if you had no refrigerator to keep your food good. Of course, that was the norm just a few generations ago. And much of the world's historic cuisines really were shaped by that simple...
Yeah, and I don't really have a good pickup right now, and it's a little finicky because if I jiggle it around a little too much, the USB connection gets lost, and then this is just a pain in the ass, so... I wonder if they got like a sports game or something going on over here. It seems pretty hardcore. I click on this, wait a few seconds. Actually, if I just type in the frequency here, how do I do that? Just start typing numbers. There we go. Okay, it's 92.5. And I think I do 5 zeros. There we go. I should tune in real good. Let's give that a listen. Not too loud. Oops, my bad. Sorry about that. That's gonna smack us in the face. Wait, this isn't right. Come on. Go up 2. 1, 2. Stop.
Stay away from the story. I don't know if the story continues, but I'll gladly take the 7.5 points that North Carolina State is being spotted. I'll take NC State.
Man, their signal's pretty hot. Okay, so that's that. I don't know if there's a good scanner option for it, but we're gonna stop goofing around with this right now. And now we're back to Nora. Always good to have Nora around. Is this cool? I don't think this is cool, but it's kind of worth mentioning. I've got a very secure method for delivering updates to my web stream on what is currently playing. So, very secure. Talking about maximum security. Plex server's pretty cool. Don't really need to go through that. That's not an advertisement for these different applications or anything, but just kind of giving a feel for the system. You can do some system settings using these little panels. Other system settings are a little deeper, and we're in that command line interface thingy that I was showing earlier, but there's some familiar things on here, like they even give you the option to boot different locations and stuff like that. So it's very, very handy. If I could just and it's got the basics. It's got Gosh darn it, this is really bugging me. This is why I don't use any of this stuff, because... Oh, I do have software such as Ardor and Audacity installed on here. But you can install those on just about anything. Nothing too unique. What the heck is this? This looks cool. Let's just pick a random one. Oh, I remember what this is. This is another SDR receiver tool, and I'm not very familiar with this one, so I've got to like... This one's a little bit more hands-on, I think. You know, you're gonna set your decoder, configure your remote control. Okay, which other device? I have no friggin' clue. Device string. Oh, did it? I haven't. No, that's real. No, that's not right. Okay, see, I already have no idea. Oh wait, device scan. I can click on this and... Alright, already given up. Yep. So anyway, there are different kind of built-in applications and things that I've installed, such as Ardor. I think they're on a newer version of Ardor. I think Chromium comes with the Raspberry Pi. And then, you know, it's got some basic... I think I installed this, but Python IDE for beginners. I don't know. It's got a few text editors that are built into it. Here's some basic stuff here. You know, you can open your files. You got your symbols or documents, different views. Great IDE. I don't know why you would... I guess if you need to edit code while you're on the Raspberry Pi environment, that kind of makes sense, but... yeah. So, I mentioned there is a website. It was a lot easier to set up than I thought, because WordPress makes it pretty easy to set up. I don't really know what else to say, so I'm just gonna go ahead and end the video here. And yeah, thanks for watching. We're gonna make this a little more interesting eventually, but for now I'm just gonna click the fade to black button and fade out my audio. Thanks for being